You are about to go on a journey through TV theme song history.
TV themes stick in your head forever.
Meet George Jetson.
Gilligan, the skipper too.
Ready to rock with you.
The essence of a great theme song is how it enhances what you're seeing.
These are the jingles.
Come and listen to my story about a
Beverly Hillbillies was a great theme song.
The singles. The cartoon tunes. TV themes that have become a part of the American musical language. Meet the music makers and hear the stories behind the songs.
It was amazing to me, the impact that the song has had on people.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
TV Land music fans voted for their all-time favorite TV theme songs. The results were unanimous.
Those were the days.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Great TV theme songs call to mind happy days, watching classic shows.
The brilliance of Three's Company's theme song is that everybody can remember it.
Come and knock on my door. You can hit on my sister. Go and get me a beer.
Ba 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 ba.
Now, TV history you can hum along with as we count down TV's top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land. Most people can't remember where they put their car keys, but they can remember all the words to the opening of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Listen to my story about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, barely kept the family fed.
I think almost every TV theme song is like embedded in my head forever.
I remember the themes to Captain Kangaroo and Roy Rogers.
In the summer of 2002, Inside TV Land posted a list of 100 classic television theme songs from the 1950s to today on the TVland.com website. TV music fans went online and cast tens of thousands of votes for their favorite TV tunes. The votes are in, and now it's time to count down TV's top 40 theme songs.
Weather today in the greater Cincinnati area.
Kicking off our top 40 countdown is appropriately the theme from a show about a top 40 radio station. At number 40, it's WKRP in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, WKRP.
The theme song for the series, which aired from 1978 to 1982, was written by Tom Wells and WKRP creator Hugh Wilson.
When I hear that, I feel the nature of working at these radio stations where you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow, and yeah, I think that's a great TV theme.
I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati.
Sailing into port at number 39 is the theme from The Love Boat. Composer Charles Fox, whose other TV tunes include Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, almost missed the boat.
When I brought the Love Boat theme to Aaron Spelling, he had no tape machine in the office. Finally I said, all right, here goes. Love, exciting and new.
Come aboard.
And I sang the whole song a cappella.
We're expecting you.
When The Love Boat debuted in 1976, Jack Jones sang the theme song with lyrics by Paul Williams.
When we called Jack Jones about singing The Love Boat, I remember Charlie Fox telling Jack Jones, this is a title song for a series that probably won't last 6 episodes.
Soon we'll be making another run.
When I have slipped far into the annals of Paul Who, people will still know the words to The Love Boat, and it's a nice feeling.
Aboard, it's love.
Our countdown continues with a song by country music legend Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings had never written a TV theme.
But the first time Waylon did write a TV theme, it became one of his most popular songs, number 38 on our countdown, the theme from the Dukes of Hazzard. And speaking of hazards, the furniture was hazardous in our next memorable show opening, first seen in 1961. Stumbling into the room at number 37 is the theme from The Dick Van Dyke Show. The show's opening was a comic classic, even when Dick didn't trip over the furniture. The show's first director, John Rich, tells the tale of the sitcom's two different title sequences.
And I remember being in a hurry to finish one night because I had a date. And Carl Reiner came over to me and said, "Oh, my God, I forgot to tell you. We need an opening." I said, "What do you mean, an opening?" He said, "Well, we have no opening credits." I said, "Okay, here's what we do. Dick comes home, and then everybody gets up and greets him." Carl said, "Wait a minute. Why don't we have him trip over the ottoman?" I said, "Okay, roll him." He came in, tripped over the ottoman, did it perfectly. Carl said, "How about if he misses the ottoman, and then we can do them on alternate weeks?" I said, "Okay, roll him." He comes in, he misses. That's it, print.
The Dick Van Dyke Show theme was composed by Earl Hagen, whose other TV tunes include That Girl and The Andy Griffith Show.
Matt Groening, who created The Simpsons, had always loved Danny Elfman's music.
Danny Elfman's theme for Matt Groening's classic cartoon family, The Simpsons, is number 36 on our countdown. Another TV family, not a cartoon, but just as animated, comes in at number 35, The Partridge Family.
Come on, get happy.
Come On, Get Happy was written by Wes Farrell and Danny Jansen. The Partridge Family rocked the small screen from 1970 to 74.
The Partridge Family, they seem like they're all on a combination of Prozac and some heightener, you know, because they're all just smiling.
David Cassidy, are you joking? They could have like hummed the Death March and I would have loved it.
Next, your mission, should you choose to accept it, name the only TV theme song by Grammy-winning composer Lalo Schifrin to hit the Billboard Hot 100. It's TV Land's number 34 theme song, Mission Impossible.
A composer in television is no different from a composer for movies. The only difference is that the television format is more compressed.
Schifrin compressed his work into the time it takes to light a fuse.
It didn't take me more than 30 seconds to write the theme.
Mission Impossible first aired in 1966, and in addition to his Grammy for Best Instrumental Theme, Schifrin also won for Best Original Score, the only TV soundtrack to be so honored. 2 years later, another TV action series and another great instrumental theme made their debut in 1968. At number 33, it's the theme from Hawaii Five-O.
The Hawaii Five-O theme song is exciting.
This theme is one that's rather near and dear to me because it was made into a hit single, which I played on, by the Ventures back in the 60s.
Hawaii Five-O star Jack Lord's hair never waved, but his show's theme surfed all the way to number 4 on the Billboard charts.
The theme song captured the show very well. I don't think it had anything to do with Hawaii.
It had everything to do with the composer's wife.
Morton Stevens wrote a theme that was okay, but he played it for his wife, who let him know in no uncertain terms that it really wasn't suitable. He was so angry that he pounded out this brand new theme that was rhythmically aggressive and very powerful. And that is the Hawaii Five-O theme.
Coming up, John Sebastian makes a comeback with Welcome Back, Kotter.
They were asking me to put the name in the song. You know, nothing rhymes with it but otter.
And later, when we go back inside TV's top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Come and knock on my door. There's a space that is new.
Inside TV Land continues to count down TV's top 40 theme songs with music from a late 70s sitcom sex farce.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for
At number 32, it's the theme from Three's Company.
hers and his, Three's Company too.
Between its memorableness and its innocence, it was the perfect song for that show.
The Three's Company theme was composed by Don Nickel and Joe Raposo. Raposo wrote songs for everyone from Frank Sinatra to Kermit the Frog.
There is a compilation album of television themes that includes Three's Company and credits me as the singer and songwriter of that tune. But alas, I must confess that I had nothing to do with it.
Actor and composer Alan Thicke has written more than 45 TV theme songs, including Different Strokes, and his best-known TV tune, co-written by Gloria Loring and Al Burton, is number 31 on our countdown, The Facts of Life.
Well, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
The facts of life, the facts of life.
Probably wrote The Facts of Life in 2 days, a day of lyrics and a day of music, and then another month to convince these real musicians to record it for me.
And speaking of real musicians,
I think I just started out with Welcome Back.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer John Sebastian was the leader of the hit-making 60s rock band, The Lovin' Spoonful. But by 1974, Sebastian was no longer hip.
I was wildly out of style. That was a time for, like, Alice Cooper, and I sort of didn't fit in much, you know?
Sebastian was on the verge of losing his record deal when he got the gig to write a sitcom theme song.
We got in a room to discuss writing a song for a show called Kotter. They were asking me to put the name in the song, and I actually said, please, you know, nothing rhymes with it but Otter. Their compromise was, let's call it Welcome Back Kotter, and we'll change the name of the television show.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
The song and the show both became monster hits. At number 30, it's Welcome Back Kotter.
I knew I liked the idea, welcome back. And so I thought, well, okay, welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. And then I figured it should be guys who don't sound like they're singers.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
When I finished that song, I knew I had myself a hit.
In 1976, Sebastian's recording of Welcome Back topped the Billboard singles chart.
It was the second biggest selling single of that year.
Tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot.
Welcome back.
Now, you're entering another dimension, a dimension of unmistakable style and sound. Counting down to number 29, it's the theme from The Twilight Zone.
They went into the library and basically pulled 2 pieces of music out by this obscure French avant-garde composer named Marius Constant. Those 4 notes are basically American musical code for this is weird. There's something unsettling happening here.
Talk about a dinner bell. Once you heard that music, you came running from any part of the house.
When this theme music was heard on TV, fans came running to see the number 28 show on our countdown, Family Ties.
When Jeff Barry and I worked together, he would suggest a lyric, and I would play a little bit at the piano.
Collaborating with Tom Scott on the theme song for Family Ties was absolutely fabulous, because he's such an accomplished musician.
Scott is a 2-time Grammy winner and a 12-time nominee. Barry wrote the rock classics Do Wah Diddy and Da Do Ron Ron. Their theme for Family Ties is a song called Without Us.
I think what makes a song a hit, whether it's a full-length song or a TV theme, is to be able to remember it, both lyrically and melodically. That, to me, means the simplicity and speaking to the emotions.
Jeff Barry has the gift of turning 4 bars of music into something that you feel like you've always known and is a hit song.
Composer Andrew Gold had a hit with the number 27 song on our countdown, Thank You for Being a Friend, the theme from the Golden Girls. Now, from Andrew Gold and Golden Girls to a golden oldie from a 1957 sitcom. At number 26, it's Leave It to Beaver.
Hey, Mom!
Veteran film composer Dave Kahn faced a challenge when he sat down to write a theme for Beaver.
He never saw the show before he wrote the tune. He was simply told there was a show about a little kid. So he came up with a nice, warm, funny, friendly piece of music.
Nice, warm, and friendly. Words you would hardly use to describe George Jefferson.
Well, we're moving on up.
Moving on up to number 25 on the countdown. It's the Jeffersons.
It was spunky. It was a little bit arrogant.
The fact that the Jeffersons came in at 25 is very disappointing. It should have been #1, because it is in my countdown.
The Jeffersons theme was written by Jeff Family Ties Barry and Jeanne Dubois. Trivia fans will note that Jeanne Dubois played Willona, JJ's neighbor on Good Times. And the Good Times roll on with song number 24 on our countdown.
M-I-C-K-E-Y. M-O-U-S-E. Oh my gosh, I do know that show very well.
Original Mouseketeer Jimmy Dodd wrote the Mickey Mouse Club theme.
The Mickey Mouse Club just totally takes me back to my childhood.
And TV Land's Top 40 takes you back to the future at number 23 with the Jetsons.
Meet George Jetson.
The Jetsons landed on TV in 1962 with a theme written by William Hanna, Joseph Barbera, and the king of cartoon tunes, Hoyt Curtin. Hoyt wrote tunes for Top Cat, Yogi Bear, Magilla Gorilla, and Johnny Quest.
He used to turn stuff out really fast.
Animation historian Earl Kress has the inside scoop from outer space.
The Jetsons was the first time Hanna-Barbera had ever used strings in a main title theme.
The way that the melody just kept ascending, kind of like their little spaceships.
Malibu Creek State Park near Los Angeles stood in for war-torn Korea on the long-running sitcom MASH, whose haunting theme is number 22 on our countdown.
Even though it's a comedy, the hospital unit stuck in Korea is a rather serious subject, and the theme was reflecting this kind of dichotomy. I think it really worked very well.
Johnny Mandel's song was first used in the 1970 film, before it became the theme for the TV series.
I thought the MASH theme song was very interesting. They used the instrumental version, but the actual name of the song is Suicide is Painless.
Coming up, TV's top tunes from Lucy to Genie and the Munsters to the Monkees.
Two producers had this idea to do a show about 4 guys that were basically the American Beatles.
And later, when we go back inside TV's top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land. What if a TV dad were on the prowl for an easy mark?
The Brady Bunch. Do they know how to play poker?
Everybody underestimates Brady.
What if an angel had no script?
They're like waiting for me to mess up or something. Hope not.
What if the original sidekick had a frontman with fur?
Oh, welcome to my hip talk show.
Then you'd be watching TV Land, where the classics you love inspire the originals you won't want to miss.
Oh, we got company.
Pork chop, not pork chop.
Love the Batmobile.
Don Johnson was a player. I would say that was
Cosby pushed the envelope. Just Jack, just whack.
And now, an original TV Land.
Please, just retain a little mystery.
Presentation.
This is the story of this century.
Somebody blanked us on the television. You just ran.
It was the best time of my life.
Not just TV Land, brand new. TV's top 40 theme songs continues on Inside TV Land with a classic tune that didn't make the countdown. Grammy-winning composer Henry Mancini's theme from the 1958 detective series, Peter Gunn.
It was basically the first thing we ever heard from Henry Mancini, the first detective show that had a theme that you could identify instantly with the show.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Duane Eddy knows a great TV tune when he hears one. Eddy had a hit record with Mancini's theme from Peter Gunn in 1960.
What I liked about Peter Gunn was that driving riff that just kept repeating. It just takes on a life of its own, so to speak. Just sounds mean, doesn't it?
The Peter Gunn theme isn't the only classic theme left off our top 40. The memorable theme songs to Mr. Ed, Good Times, and Growing Pains didn't make our countdown either. But another Henry Mancini tune did. At 21 on the countdown is Mancini's theme for the Pink Panther, the animated TV series based on the opening credits of the 1963 movie of the same name. Next on the countdown is a song that asks the musical question, who can turn the world on with their smile?
Who can turn the world on with her smile?
At number 20, it's Love Is All Around by songwriter Sonny Curtis.
Take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile.
Now, from Minneapolis to Mockingbird Lane, it's song number 19. The theme from the Munsters. Jack Marshall's quirky music perfectly complements the opening introduction to the creepy Munster clan.
I don't think there's a garage band in the world that does not know the Munster theme. It was one of the most rock and roll type, hip, contemporary soundtracks you could get in a TV show.
Those are some of Batman's greatest hits. But his biggest hit of all time is number 18 on our countdown, the theme from Batman. In 1966, Neil Hefti's Batman theme charted twice on the Billboard Hot 100. One-hit wonders, the Marquettes, took it to number 17, and Hefti's own Grammy-winning version went all the way to number 12. Hefti had it in the bag. He would later write the theme for another dynamic duo, Oscar and Felix, The Odd Couple. From a Caped Crusader to a witchy woman, Samantha Stevens rides her broom all the way up to number 17 on our countdown, Bewitched. 1 year before Bewitched ended its run, All in the Family premiered in 1971 with an opening song that's number 16 on our countdown.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
When we wrote the song, I could never imagine that Gene Stapleton would have reached for that note.
And you know where you were then.
Why did All in the Family producer Norman Lear decide to have Archie and Edith sing the theme song?
Norman could not afford to do it with chorus and orchestra. He had run out of money.
Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton gave a priceless performance of Charles Strauss and Lee Adams. Those were the days.
Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulls his weight.
There was one line in it that I only understood when I finally got to read the sheet music.
Gee, our old LaSalle ran great.
Gee, our old LaSalle ran great.
And LaSalle was an old model of automobile.
Those were the days.
Next on TV's Top 40 Countdown is song number 15, the theme from I Dream of Jeannie. Actually, it's the second theme from I Dream of Jeannie.
In the first 13 episodes, we had a different theme song.
The first Jeannie theme song was written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King, whose hits included The Locomotion and Will You Love Me Tomorrow. But Jeannie's producer passed on the Goffin and King creation in favor of a Latin flavor.
Sidney Sheldon brought in Hugo Montenegro. He won an Emmy for that. It's a well-written piece, but it also captures the whole feeling of I Dream of Jeannie.
Jeannie's theme was as magical as her show.
You see television, people want to be taken out of themselves. At least I do. I want to go to another world.
Our countdown goes to another world for theme number 14, the weird and wacky supernatural sitcom world of the Addams Family.
The creepy and the kooky, the serious and spooky, they're all together, oogie, the Addams Family.
For Vic Mizzy, composing the classic Addams Family theme was a snap.
The finger snaps. It was something I just came up with last minute.
The Addams Family, I think, is a terrific thing. I think it works very well. It's a lot of fun.
The Addams Family was a good theme song.
All over the world, they sing it in Germany, Japan, and Kenya, in the jungle. They're creepy and they're kooky.
They're all together, oogie, the Addams Family.
Vic Mizzy has another classic TV tune coming up on our countdown, but only one TV tune Smith has two songs in our top 10. One about a cast of castaways, and the other about a cobbled-together clan of cuties. Is this composer Sherwood Schwartz, Sherwood Forrest, or Forrest Tucker? Coming up, that answer and more of TV Land's top tunes from the town of Bedrock to a bar in Beantown.
Sometimes you wanna go.
It's universal to people to want to go a place where everybody knows their name.
When we go back inside TV's top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land. Inside TV Land's top 40 theme song countdown continues with the top 13 songs, as chosen by music fans who voted online at tvland.com. But first, as Merv Griffin plays his classic thinking theme from Jeopardy, it's time to answer our trivia question.
Change.
Sherwood Forest is the name of Robin Hood's old stomping grounds. Forrest Tucker stomped the grounds of Fort Courage as Sergeant O'Rourke on F Troop. Producer Sherwood Schwartz is the only composer with 2 songs in TV Land's top 10. To find out what they are, stay tuned.
Timpanis.
Another composer doing double duty in our countdown is Hoyt the Jetsons Curtin. He's back with collaborators Hanna-Barbera at number 13, The Flintstones.
The first 2 seasons, there was a different theme, was an instrumental. Bill Hanna heard this and thought, we ought to put a lyric on that. He read it to Hoyt over the phone and said, call me in a day or so. And in like 5 minutes, he calls Bill Hanna back and sings this song to him.
For many Flintstones fans, it's time to clear up a lyrical mystery. Just what is that line?
It's through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet.
The Flintstones ran in primetime from 1960 to 66 and has won generations of fans in syndication ever since.
Everybody in the country will sing that song at the drop of a hat. I'm sure it's sung around campfires.
Kumbaya, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and Meet the Flintstones, 3 campfire standards. As was the next theme song in our countdown.
It came out of a camp song. It's Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated. And we just sort of incorporated it into the opening.
Gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way.
At number 12, it's Laverne and Shirley.
Got a dream and we just know now we're gonna make our dreams come true. And we'll do it our way, yes, our way.
Laverne and Shirley did it their way on an early episode of Happy Days and were soon given their own series. Charlie Happy Days Fox joins Vic Mizzy, Sherwood Schwartz, Jeff Barry, and Hoyt Curtin in the exclusive 2-hit club. So does Earl Dick Van Dyke Show Hagen, who also wrote Theme 11 on our countdown for
The Andy Griffith Show.
One morning I got up, after beating our brains out for a couple of months, and I thought that thing ought to be simple enough to whistle. And it took me about 10 minutes to write it.
When inspiration struck Hagen, he simply walked into a studio and whistled the tune into a microphone, with his 11-year-old son doing finger snaps.
I never whistled before in my life, and never since.
Earl Hagen has a great sense of Americana to his writing. He just found that small-town America sound,
How Americana can you get?
There was never a show that had a whistling theme song before. I'm a bug about originality. If you don't have something different to say, don't say it.
The next song on our countdown is truly an original. In fact, it's the song that revolutionized the TV theme. At number 10, it's the Beverly Hillbillies.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
The Beverly Hillbillies I wrote of necessity.
The Beverly Hillbillies creator, Paul Henning, didn't like the song a pair of professional composers had written.
And I said, well, I'm sorry, but it's not what I want.
So he took matters into his own hands, and the result is TV theme song history.
It had the lyric which explained everything.
Then you understood what the show was going to be.
The Ballad of Jed Clampett was the first TV theme song to explain the entire backstory of the show.
So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
Henning's 1962 Brainstorm influenced a generation of TV composers.
After the Beverly Hillbillies, there was Gilligan's Island and the Addams Family and Green Acres explaining the premise of the show.
Y'all come back now. Here.
Next up is another story song about city folk moving to the country. Vic the Addams Family Mizzy is back at number 9 with the theme from Green Acres.
Green Acres is the place to be.
Green Acres is the place to be because I said so. Land spreading out so far and wide. Take Manhattan, just give me that countryside. The idea was Eddie Albert was going to be on a farm. Immediately what came to my mind was Norman Rockwell with the pitchfork. So I said, that would be a good thing to end it.
Next, our countdown goes from the country back to the city for song number 8, the theme from Friends.
I'm a pop songwriter, so I'm prejudiced to songs that stand up on their own as hits, like Friends.
I'll Be There For You isn't a story song, but there is a story behind it. Composer Michael Skloff is married to Friends co-creator Marta Kaufman, who in 1993 needed a song for a sitcom about a group of likable 20-somethings. Skloff wrote a theme inspired by the Beatles.
He specifically cited Paperback Writer.
We had no idea what they were going to do. They turned in the song by the Rembrandts.
The Rembrandts were hired to record the song with lyrics by Allie Willis. At first, the band didn't want the Friends theme on their album for fear of being typed as TV theme singers. But when the TV show became a mega hit, I'll Be There For You was featured on the Rembrandts album. The Rembrandts' friendly work of art hit the top of the pop chart, one of just 5 TV theme songs to make it to number 1.
We loved it from day one. Then we knew we had a sensational hit song.
Back in 1969, most pop songwriters were rocking and rolling. That is, most songwriters. Here's the story of a man named Sherwood, who was coming up with very big ideas.
An article that I read said that the previous year, 29% of all marriages included a child or children from a previous marriage. It wasn't any longer just a mother and father and 2 kids or 3 kids. It was combination families.
On the TV Land Top 40 Countdown, at number 7 is the theme from the Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady.
The opening squares, that was my invention as well. TV is a close-up medium, and the only way I could get close up with 9 people was to have 9 boxes.
It's the story of a man named Brady.
The Brady Bunch was originally recorded by a group called the Peppermint Trolley. One of the producers came in on the second year and said, why don't we have the Brady Bunch kids singing about themselves? And that created a lyric change. Instead of that's the way they became the Brady Bunch, it was that's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
That's the way they became the Brady Bunch.
Another Sherwood classic. He is the man, Sherwood. What a guy.
The countdown shifts now from classic Sherwood to classic rock.
Here we come.
Here they come, walking up to number 6 on the countdown, the Monkees.
Two producers, Bob Rafelson and Bert Schneider, who had this idea to do a show about 4 guys that were basically the American Beatles.
Monkees composers Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart were 2 of the 60s most prolific songwriters, selling more than 42 million records.
We're the young generation, and we got something to say.
Michael Nesmith always hated this song. He said to me, the Beatles would never go out and sing Hey Hey with the Beatles.
The Monkees had 11 top 40 hits and sold 7 million singles in 2 years.
We didn't know they were going to outsell the Beatles and the Stones for those 2 years that they were on TV, but that's what we were trying to do, is write hits.
Coming up, the TV Land Top 5.
It just sticks in your head. Of course, we've heard it for 40, 50 years.
When we go back inside TV's Top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land.
Here we come.
And now, TV Land's final 5 theme songs, as chosen by music fans logging on to tvland.com. TV tunes have been around since viewers first tuned in and turned on, but the times and the tunes are changing.
Well, there's a major difference between today's theme songs and my theme songs, because today they give you like 15 seconds.
Modern viewers have a notoriously short attention span. With cable, satellite, and remotes in hand, viewers are a click away from any one of 100 choices.
We have a real remote control mindset these days. It's, you know, that thumb is moving quickly, so the real purpose of this, the title song, is to stop the viewer and keep them, hold them, make them lean in instead of skipping away.
And now, we skip to song number 5 on our countdown. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
It was around the time of the Archies, and the team named Mook and Raleigh wrote a little sort of rock and roll theme.
But Hanna-Barbera's resident songsmith Hoyt Curtin didn't care for Mook and Raleigh's little rocker.
The original Scooby-Doo theme didn't reflect the mystery aspect of the show, so he wrote a new theme with a pipe organ and tremolo strings.
Hey, Scooby! Where are you? Over here.
TV Land's countdown is going to a place where everybody knows your name for song number 4, Cheers. Where Everybody Knows Your Name was written by Broadway veterans Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart-Angelo.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Judy and I were working on the score to a musical.
And we had written a song called People Like Us.
Cheers director James Burrows wanted People Like Us for the TV show's theme, but the producers of Portnoy and Angelo's musical wouldn't let it go.
So we wrote the closest copy to that song that we could, and we sent it back to them, and they hated it.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got.
2 more rejected versions later, Burrows finally approved, and Cheers premiered on September 30th, 1982, with Portnoy and Angelo's classic theme.
Where everybody knows your name. That's what this bar is all about.
Where everybody knows your name.
It sounded like a pop song that could be on the radio, like a songwriter as opposed to a theme songwriter wrote it.
The success of the show made Portnoy and Angelo's Cheers theme a phenomenon.
It was everywhere, and everybody knew it.
Judy Hart-Angelo discovered the song was so popular that now everybody knew her name.
Randomly, you're in a department store and you sign your name, and they say, "Oh my God, you know, did you wrote Cheers?" You know, I think, how do they know? So I guess it's universal to people to want to go a place where everybody knows their name.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
3 cheers for Portnoy and Angelo, and 3 songs left on our countdown. The citizens of TV Land have chosen this classic from the golden age of television as song number 3.
You know, whatever it is.
It's the theme from I Love Lucy.
And it goes something like this.
Desi, if you remember, on the show was this Cuban band leader. So the theme was written as a nightclub act opening.
The composer Elliot Daniel had worked with Jess Oppenheimer, the producer of I Love Lucy, back in radio in the 40s.
Daniel didn't want to spend a lot of time on a theme for what he perceived as a one-shot pilot. He knocked out a tune in 2 hours. The one-shot pilot became a smash.
If you're in the kitchen cooking something and you hear da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know Lucy's on.
It just sticks in your head because we've heard it every night for 40, 50 years.
No, wait. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes. Something, something, I knew I'd forget it.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
The next show on the countdown began as a segment on Love American Style. And the man who wrote the Love American Style theme also composed the theme for song number 2, Happy Days.
These days are ours, happy and free. These days are ours, won't you be mine?
Charlie Fox is the king of the countdown, the only artist with 3 songs on the TV Top 40. Happy Days was co-written with Norman Gimbel.
All I can.
But Fox's song wasn't always the theme song for Happy Days.
It was the first year they used Rock Around the Clock, the Bill Haley record.
The show Happy Days almost didn't get made.
ABC thought that the world wasn't ready to revisit the 50s, and so it didn't sell. A year or two later, George Lucas came out with American Graffiti, and so they put Happy Days on the air.
So right, it can't be
By the end of its first season, Happy Days was on its way to becoming a huge hit. And in the second season, Fox's new theme song also became a hit. Happy Days were here again for Fox, as his theme song climbed all the way to number 5 on the Billboard charts in 1976.
These happy days are yours and mine, happy days.
The cycles hum, ready to rock with you. There you go. Ta-da!
And now, the number 1 song on the countdown.
Just sit right back and
Producer Sherwood Schwartz is the godfather of the modern family sitcom and theme song. And the first song Schwartz ever wrote is TV Land's number 1 theme song, The Ballad of Gilligan's Island.
5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour.
In fact, the show Gilligan's Island would not exist if not for The Ballad of Gilligan's Island.
CBS, they didn't want to do a show about 7 people stranded on a deserted island because they figured, well, people are going to wonder, how do they get there? And, you know, nobody's going to understand this show.
And I said, that's not a problem, because I'll get a songwriter to write the song, and they'll explain why these people are on this island.
The CBS executives scheduled a final morning meeting the next day. That didn't give Schwartz enough time to hire a songwriter, so that night, Sherwood wrote his first song.
This is the piano where I wrote Gilligan's Island, the theme to Gilligan's Island, and this is the finger that I used to write the melody. I'll demonstrate as well as I can what happened that fateful evening.
Mr. Schwartz stayed up all night working on the Gilligan theme. In the morning, he would have a mere 20 minutes with the CBS brass.
It was one of the most dramatic moments of my life. I said, well, I have a song. Let's hear it. I wasn't expecting to sing it. My agent was sitting next to me, and he gave me a kick. And he said, sing. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. I got up and I sang, and the ball game was over.
Schwartz had hit the ball right out of the park.
The mate was a mighty sailor man.
And the skipper brave and sure, 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
With a little help from his friend, composer George Weil, Sherwood Schwartz crafted one of the most recognizable songs in the world.
If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost.
More people knew the words and music to the Gilligan theme than knew the Star-Spangled Banner. With Gilligan, the skipper too.
The millionaire and his wife, the movie star, and the rest. There was only 2 left, and they made them and the rest. Can you imagine being one of the 2?
After the first year, I realized the importance of the Professor and Mary Ann. And so I just changed it to the Professor and Mary Ann here on Gilligan's Isle.
Congratulations to Sherwood Schwartz and to all the songwriters whose tunes made the TV Land Top 40. And thus ends our countdown of TV's Top 40 theme songs on Inside TV Land.
Just sit right back and hear a tale of a fateful trip.
It started on this tropic boil aboard this tiny ship.
The mate was a mighty sailor man,
And the skipper brave and sure.
5 passengers set sail that day for
A 3-hour tour.
a 3-hour tour.
The weather started getting rough. That tiny ship was tossed.
If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost.
The ship sank ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle. With Gilligan and the skipper too.
Millionaire and his wife.
A movie star, the Professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's
Keith. We've got to leave in 15 minutes.
Oh, we've got shirting, fixing breakfast. Wake up, Keith.
Wake up, Keith.
Keith is turning over. Wants to sleep, wants to sleep.
This always works.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies, hear the roar, let 'em fall.